Hey, this is Scott Snyder, and you're watching the Sci-Fi Center.
Welcome to the Sci-Fi Center, the place to be, where comic books and wrestling collide magically. Movies, TV shows, and pop culture we share. Get ready to rock, we're here to take you there. From superheroes to aliens in outer space, we've got the latest news and reviews in our embrace. Turn on your screen, let the neon lights glow. We'll take you back to the 80s. Let's rock and roll. Sci-Fi Center, where the legends come alive. Get ready to geek out, let your imagination fly. We're diving into the past with a touch of modern flair. Sci-Fi Center, the ultimate pop culture lair.
Hey, how's everybody doing? Sorry for the lateness of the show. I meant to stream this while I was watching it, with the crowd, but I couldn't. The system I was using streaming couldn't handle. I was using this laptop to project it, and the mirror function was not working. It would not come up so that I could run the show with via YouTube and still be able to project. The function just wasn't working. It would only give me sound. So I figured, fuck it. We'll watch it a third time because I watched it to test everything, but I did not watch it to test the stream capabilities. That's something I'm pretty sure later on tonight I could probably fix in about 5 minutes. I just did not have 5 minutes. So we're here at 8:40 instead of the original time of 7:30. I saw Brad pop in there, but I miss my glow in the dark Ozzy. Been forever since I've sent you a link. So I've watched this episode twice now. This is really good. We're gonna get into it like almost immediately because I know I've kept you guys waiting. This was exactly what I expected it to be in regards to the type of theme, the type of tone, the type of energy that I expect from an HBO Max show or an HBO show. So without further ado, we are going to, since there's no previews or anything else that we need to talk about, we are at the pilot episode. We are at all zeros. Aaron, go ahead and is everybody ready though? I figured me being late enough should have got you ready.
I think everybody should be ready.
All right, Aaron, count us down to 5 and I'm going to hit play.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
And we're hitting play. We are at the HBO Fizz screen. Now, this is the first 5 minutes that they showed us a couple of days ago.
Hello, Queen.
Hello, Duckman.
Yeah.
Hello, Brad. Bitch ass
Yeah.
Brad. Hey,
Oh,
I'll
yeah,
be
I
there
meant to-
last
yeah.
night. I'll be there.
Yes, I meant to text you. It's like it's just another like it's long
I
week.
figured, and it was 11:30 at night that we got started. So I already knew it was going to be 50-50.
Yeah.
The only reason, guys, I'm talking this much through this one is because we've already seen this first 5 minutes. So after 5 minutes,
Like, what's the timestamp?
We are at 55:18.
55. Oh,
Yeah, it's backwards. Sorry.
55-18. Okay.
Yeah. No, he's going backwards.
Okay, so that's like.
Yeah, he's looking at the screen right now, telling you he's a regular guy. So here, hold on. We are 140 in.
What is it right after? Because I saw that clip of the first 5 minutes. Is it right after John gets in the car?
No, we're still before that. We're still in that.
Okay.
We're still in the interview.
Oh, so this is him on the TV, right?
Yeah.
Before his dad does the whole William Tell thing with him.
Yeah, and that theory that I had about his dad knowing about his Green Lantern status from the point where he was even too young to know about it himself. His dad's not some crazy person. He's not an abusive guy.
Yeah, because that
his
is
dad
like
knows.
That's psychotic for any other reason than.
He was groomed.
Maybe Green Lantern, yeah. Well, I hope so, because I mean, it's like there's no other reason like pull the William Tell.
Yeah, and you're going to see it immediately. By the way, he has a small interaction with his dad, and it's funny as fuck.
Why do I recognize that guy? Let me look up the show real quick. Who's that playing his dad right there?
I recognize him too. I just don't know where.
Yeah, let me look this up here.
Okay.
Oh. Okay, Jay Alphonse Nicholson is playing his father. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure if I feel. Oh, he's in Luke Cage. So okay.
Okay, so I haven't seen it.
Sherman Augustus plays like the older version of his father.
I will not do any. We won't do any spoilers. This stream that we're on right now is going to serve as the post show as well. So we will talk about this episode after we're done streaming it, instead of my original plan, which was to have two separate shows. But
okay,
I started late. We're just going to roll right into the spoiler.
Well, yeah, because I've already had at least one thing spoiled for me, and it was the thing that was rumored. And I'm sure William knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and if that was a spoiler for you, then you were.
Well, it was a spoiler. It was a spoiler. No, it wasn't a spoiler that would happen. It was a spoiler that would happen this soon in the show.
Okay, stop. Because we're in that territory now.
Okay, he just is he hitting the bag now?
Hashtag Brad the spoiler.
Not yet.
Okay, I'm trying to synchronize the.
He's giving his dad a hug.
Okay, so let's get back about 10 seconds.
Now they're getting a burger.
Question.
Now he's in the bag. Go ahead, Eric.
Is the uniform correct?
Say that.
Is the uniform correct?
Yes. He appears. I can't tell exactly what rank he is, but he appears to be at least a gunnery sergeant, E7 or above. I think he may be an E8.
And he's Marines, right?
Yeah, he's Marines.
I mean, like John's father was also Marines, right?
Yep. Yeah, I could tell you, and everything looked right. It's BDUs. 1996, though. Yeah, they would have been wearing the BDUs still. They didn't stop wearing the BDUs until 05. A lot of music in these episodes. This episode.
So that first 5 minutes, was that one of the clips that was shown?
Yeah.
Oops.
What happened?
Well, they wasted no time to get into the F bombs on the show.
Oh no, they use plenty, plenty.
The other thing I love about Green Lanterns too is that he can wear that ring out in public and like nobody's gonna bat an eye. That's not really like that big a tip off to like the secret identity thing.
Well, in this reality, you're going to see that he.
Well, no, it's already known. Yeah, he's Green Lantern. It's on the TV report there.
I actually wish they would have shown him doing the thing, but
you show him flying out of the car, and
yeah, but they didn't do that. Simple opening. This is simple lantern. That's it.
Where was this? Where's this filmed? Looks like
Oh, here you go. The relationship with his dad.
This is it looks like when I lived in Arizona. It's very.
Hold on, let's listen to what he's saying. See, his dad is how calm his dad is. That's not the mentality of an abusive dad. They all knew what he was supposed to be. Now here's the scene that we kept looking at. Remember that we were just seeing him walking down the road for all that whole time.
I do something to piss you off. Yeah, I mean, you had me in a car that was going off a cliff. That would do it.
He's signing taco menus. That's great.
So is not getting angry a sign of no fear?
No, he's just trying to fuck with him because he really doesn't want to be training him. So,
well, and that's one like also like Red Lantern. I mean that is like one of the Lantern Corps. The Red Lanterns. That's their powers based on rage. So there is components of anger in the Green Lantern lore.
And those will be like authentic tacos too, because it's right near the border.
I had tacos in Mexico once.
I love his explanation of the not wearing the suit.
This was way back when you could just walk across the border and walk back.
This is 2016. I don't think you could.
Just some straight on my Green Lantern lore. He's basically a human without the ring, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, he's even with the ring. He's, it's just that the ring grants. Okay, so for those who are kind of familiar with the Green Lantern lore, the ring, it gives you the power to just kind of manifest anything you in your consciousness. So he can. That's what constructs are. So if I had a Green Lantern ring, and I thought of, hey, I want like I want to create, like you said, bubble wrap earlier. It's like I can create a construct, just made out of green energy, a bubble wrap, or like
A bucket of water. Oh wait, wrong one.
No, you could do that. You can create that. So, and and as long as he's focusing on it, it's the construct. It also the ring. It gives you the ability to fly through space. It gives you a protective aura, and it also translates any language. So that's kind of the gist of what a Green Lantern, what a power ring does.
I felt True Detective all over this. They were not.
No, actually, I'm feeling something else. Now we're not very far into this, but I'm actually getting. Do you remember from the '90s that show Mantis?
Are you, dude? Get off the fucking screen.
I'm getting a little bit of a Mantis feel
the
from
fucking
this.
Screen.
I'm getting a Mantis feel from
I
this
have
show.
people in the chat that troll us. I don't need somebody who's part of the show trolling.
No, this
us.
is. I'm getting a Mantis feel.
You can't be serious.
I'm dead serious.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh,
but I like Mantis. That was a good show. It was a short-lived show. It should have gone longer.
Yeah, and there's a reason.
Yeah, there's a reason. Yeah, bad. Studio management, like a lot of things. I mean, it was Sam
You know,
Raimi.
you're-
Sam Raimi. Huh?
All you were missing was the CW that didn't need any ratings.
Okay,
or
I'm gonna meet
profit.
William because he's.
Keep it on
In
for 10
fact,
years.
I gotta bring this up.
All right.
I don't think we've got that show in Australia.
Yeah. So
You're
basically,
lucky.
what it is, it's a dude who gets paralyzed. He develops a suit
Green
that
Lantern.
gives him the ability
Lanterns.
to gives him powers and gives him the ability to walk
Stay
again.
focused.
Yeah, but this
Not that
is
part.
comparable to Mantis.
Okay, some other time. I love this girl, Kelly O'Donnell. She just has no use for these men.
My finger was hovering over the X.
Yeah, my finger was hovering over this.
That mantis sounds like like Guyver.
Yeah, it kind of is. Yeah. I'll shoot you like real Aaron. I'll shoot the trailer for Mantis or the intro of that in a minute here.
Anyway, it's the whole.
And actually, by the way, also that had that had a Carl
I'm
Lumbly
not-
on it. Of course, he would go on to
who
voice some
cares?
Martian
Who
Manhunter
the
on
fuck
Justice League
cares?
because the
Don't-
show has absolutely got Mantis written all over it.
Yeah. Anybody who's watching this, if you feel like wasting your time to go find out what that fucking ancient show is about, go ahead. But right now, we're watching Lanterns. Yeah, they have reached their F-bomb quota for this show.
I don't know. That quota is pretty large since The Sopranos.
Wow, a Friday Night Lights Easter egg.
By the way, Aaron Pierre also apparently is actually like really tall. As you saw the premiere that he had the Kyle Chandler had to be like on a one of those boxes to like get leveled. He's got to get like 4 inches on Kyle Chandler.
He's about 6'3", by the way. He's about an inch taller than me.
Yeah.
That's tall. That's still tall, but you had me thinking he was like
6 feet even.
or some shit.
Yeah.
Here, I think this is where you got it. Oh wow, no, Kyle Chandler 6'1".
Okay, it's not that big a difference.
I loved his psychology to all this. He's playing everybody. He doesn't really everything he does is to get somewhere as far as an interrogation or a question or something. He's just including what he's doing here now, which is hilarious. This is one of the clips we saw in the at Comic-Con.
No, this also ruffled some feathers too. The whole thing with like the the jukebox.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. We're gonna move on from that.
Is he going to be playing the same song over and over again?
Yep. There's a reason why.
I heard a comedian once talk about playing "What's Up, Pussycat" for 8 times on the jukebox.
We used to do that shit in the army.
What's
Just to
new,
fuck with
pussycat?
people.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
I once got a whole restaurant pissed at me by playing the end, the end, the full long version of it.
They have dropped at least 25 F-bombs. So we're not even halfway into this episode.
I love this casual explanation of how he got the ring.
By the way, is Abin Sur on the show? I don't mean like in this episode. Is he confirmed like on the show?
I have not heard of anything.
Okay, let me see if because those like Abin Sur, he's the Green Lantern before Hal, and the one who dies and passes the ring on to Hal. Yeah, I don't see him in the cast list here. So
it doesn't feel like he's necessary to ever be seen in the show for me. I mean, the way they gave you the explanation right there and then.
and this is who he's describing here, Pinko. I think awesome. Yeah. Name dropped.
Yeah, he outright tells him exactly how he got the ring and who he got it from.
Yeah. Sector 2814. My sector tonight.
Does the ring make you live longer, or you just age like a normal human?
It doesn't extend your life, but it can stop if there's something killing you. It can stop it.
Well, there's in one of the trailers that has a clip where like they're shooting bullets at them, and it creates a force field. Because that's another thing that gives you a protective aura.
But like say for instance, one of the Green Lanterns had lead poisoning, and lead could kill his species, But as long as he was wearing the ring, the lead did not affect him, and it did not
Mm.
progress.
Now you also have to recharge the ring at intervals too. That's why they get the battery that's like a big lantern. I don't think they've shown on the show yet, but yeah, there's you recharge and that's of course powered, the big battery back on Oa.
Yeah, I think if I worked at that restaurant, I'd be ready to kill people after the fourth listening to this. Bouncer would be a good time to step in tonight.
Kelly O'Donnell, she's such a tiny woman with this big Yosemite Sam hat. She's so great.
Oh no. Oh no, the story is actually feeding into the John Stewart Hal Jordan fan fiction.
Yeah.
This man horror immediately. Known her for 10 minutes.
Okay, well, this is definitely an HBO show.
Hello, nurse.
Using the lantern reins to light a cigarette after sex. Great. Technically, that's the agency he represents. Ah, flight risk. Get it? The look on her face this entire episode is epic.
Hey, Clint, they mentioned ducks.
What was that?
I said
Oh,
they
you
mentioned ducks.
you just noticed my Green Lantern duck, huh?
We're 41 minutes in, Aaron. The whole time.
No. In the
The
show,
funny-
they mentioned ducks. If it
Oh.
quite
yeah,
like
because
a
the funny
duck.
thing is, the Green
Like
Lantern Corps. I
that.
mean, it has like the alien Green Lanterns. I mean, there's there's bugs that are Green Lanterns. They're ducks. They're all different kinds. I mean, Tomare, he's a talking fish. And Kilowog, he's a talking pig. So there are very
Pig?
bizarre.
I wouldn't. Well, okay, sure.
So there are very bizarre creatures. They're the alien Green Lanterns.
Well, there's a squirrel. And...
Yeah, squirrel is it.
I can only see a flag floating where William's head used to be.
He's looking down there.
Oh. Yeah, I just realized I took my Star Wars. I got to put something else there. I put my Star Wars thing back in the Star Wars.
Wait, John's a vegan? Is he a vegan in the comics?
Ooh.
John Stewart. They said
I
does
don't
a
recall if
partake
he is or
in
not.
eating meat.
I thought they meant for the liquor, the beer. Not sure.
Because
I'll have
they
to
said
look.
about tofu. He's in tofu for you. So that means
Oh yeah, I don't know if he is in the comic or not. That's a good question. Lots of intrigue. I was real happy with the tone here. This is one of the scenes they showed us. A lot of the scenes come from this fucking episode. And he knows his stuff with his wife.
I'm impressed.
The whole alien thing is hilarious because nobody wants to believe that these people are aliens, even though they're in the midst of a Green Lantern who's using an alien ring. Magic green telephone books. Oh no. E.T. In all fairness, not everybody's going to know where Harry Potter went to school. What's going on, Antonio? Yeah, he did his part for sure. I love this interview. John's like, it's too late. Just wait here.
William, quick question. Canonically, how long do Green Lanterns have between when they need to charge their rings?
It's supposed to be 24 to 48 hours, depending on who's doing the writing. And the
Yeah.
exception was during Kyle Rayner's 10-year run. He did not need to recharge his battery every 24, 48 hours. Because his was connected directly to the power bank because he was the last lantern.
That definitely did not end the way I thought it would.
Here's straw.
Was it just the no fear for a Green Lantern, or was it willpower also?
Both.
Yeah, those kind of go hand in hand for Green Lanterns. I was frozen today.
No ring. So I got a lot of questions about this sequence. So during the interim between 2016 and 2026, John Stewart has not been Green Lantern.
Yeah, it seems that to be the case. Yeah.
All right, so there is no post-credit scene here. I'm gonna
They got some
go.
of that like behind the scenes, like making the
Yeah.
episode
Oh,
stuff.
that,
And, yeah,
no, they didn't. They didn't even do that, did they? No,
yeah,
they
they got
did,
after
but
the
it's a
credits. Like,
separate video. No, let me. I'm going to go straight to the video then because it's a lot easier. I am going to bring up. So usually when we do these, they do these pilot episodes. They give you what's going to go ahead for the rest of the season. Oops! Stop! YouTube shit. Okay, so this is legit from HBO Max and DC Comics. So. Screen. I have not seen this yet, by the way, so we're going to be watching this together. All right, here we go.
Something is off here. I can feel it.
We got 4 dead aliens on a football field. Another one just blew up half the sheriff's station. We got a case to work.
Jesus Christ almighty. Unclench. I get the feeling that everyone wants me gone. What are you talking about, mate?
Everything feels like it's about to explode for no good reason.
I knew there was something about this place, and my gut is never wrong.
you die or not.
A war criminal hiding here in Rushville.
What does this thing want?
We don't know. These aliens are gonna waltz into town, they're gonna blow up. 4 aliens are dead, and yet you linger. I think you're hiding something on this property you don't want me to see. These weapons are too high-tech to be from around here.
One of the most dangerous beings to ever exist knows it has been found. You have 48 hours to identify the manhunter. There's no reason for innocent lives to be lost.
You're only going to get one shot at this. Do not miss.
Do you know who I am?
Your guardian. You are the founder of the Enter.
This is when most candidates ask, why me?
I know exactly
Hold
why.
on. I need to
Lantern.
This is when most candidates ask, why me?
Do not miss.
Do you know who I am?
Your guardian. You are the founder of the Lantern.
This is when most candidates ask, why me?
I know exactly why me.
What do you think of Hal Jordan?
I don't think about him.
He says that you are too weak to bear the massive power of the ring.
You know, the Guardian said you broke a vow.
It's above your pay grade, Junior.
First time I met Hal Jordan, he was in jail too. After the shit show the two of you put on.
I'm just trying to figure out if I can trust him.
You already know the answer.
Would you be comfortable replacing Hal Jordan?
It doesn't matter if I'm comfortable with it.
Killing a lantern would trigger a large response. I don't need a sidekick. And the only way you're gonna get this ring is over my dead fucking body.
Jordan's actions have accelerated the inevitable.
There's more going on here than you realize.
The best thing you can do for all of us is just go.
If you want this job,
I'm gonna have to move you off the game board.
You think they're gonna let you keep the ring?
then go and get it.
So is he
was
dead or not?
almost as good as. Well, they're showing back and forth and in between. So that would appear to me that I don't know, to be honest with you, because
Or maybe it's like, is it that like consciousness that he was upload that he was doing earlier?
Well, he may have uploaded his entire being, not just his conscious. But when they're talking again, that's older Hal, but he hasn't been in that town since whatever happened at the end of 2016.
Well, again, so it seems like it's 10 years since Sector 2014 has had a Green Lantern.
No, he's been Lantern that whole time. Hal Jordan's been Lantern from 2016. No, Hal doesn't die in 20. No, dude, pay attention. Dead Hal is at the end in 2026.
Okay.
So Hal Jordan has been Green Lantern from 2016 all the way up until. That's why he's looking for the ring. That's why it was such a big deal when that ring was missing. I'm thinking that at some point soon after 2016 that John Stewart, he retired. No, he hasn't. So something happens to where John Stewart doesn't become Green Lantern during that interim time period. And the mystery actually kicks off. But the way they showed you the sequences, they're showing you old Hal after, so that means leading up to this point, that's everything that you're seeing. So if he's gone in 2016, all that stuff we just saw happens all the way towards that. But then again, she says, I haven't seen you. You haven't aged. So that's telling me that he's been gone and they haven't been back in that town for a while. So they're holding a lot to the vest. They're holding a lot close to the vest, which is fine with me. This is fine with me. This is cool not to be able to telegraph the next move, not to be able to figure out, even though they've set certain things that are happening, where you're at in 2016, where you're at in 2006, 1996, so on. There's still a lot of intrigue in between that it's really hard to put together, because that, especially with that in the weeks to come trailer, that's really hard to figure out who, what, where, and when, especially now that, and him being frozen, it's a comic book show. He doesn't necessarily mean he's dead. And that fact that he uploaded himself, that's going to come back. They didn't introduce that as a random element. So that's gonna be back in there again, but I just don't know how. But I'm gonna have to watch a lot of these cheater YouTube videos that do all the Easter eggs and stuff, because I've watched it a bunch of times and I'm still missing shit. I've watched it a bunch of times since it's aired, but this will be my third time. But I didn't see the weeks to come. That weeks to come thing changes everything, because it gives you footage after you just saw him dead, and we now know that John Stewart either didn't have that ring, or John Stewart has a ring and we just didn't see it in that the weeks to come thing. So, because remember, we reached the stage by 2026 to where there's multiple Green Lanterns on Earth, because what's his face is there?
Because Guy Gardner.
Guy Gardner is there. So John Stewart could be a Lantern that whole time, and so is Hal Jordan. Or he couldn't have been. I need to see. I can't wait till this next episode.
Do the rings bind with the Green Lantern, or?
Yes.
Well, they don't physically bind with you. I mean, you can take it off. But...
No, that's not what I meant. Like it'll fly to you if you call it, or.
Yeah, the ring is honestly bound to its word, and depending on how disciplined and how powerful and how experienced that welder is, he can do that. Hal Jordan would definitely be, amongst. And Kyle Rayner has done it before too, where he has not been in possession of the ring and still been able to control it and gain it back. Hal Jordan definitely does look rough, and I think
I liked Kyle Rayner, Kyle Chandler a lot. I did like him a lot as Hal in this episode.
I don't think he's dead in the sense that we know death. As far as I think that uploading thing is important, because I don't think he just uploaded. I think he found a way to upload his entire being, and that body is now just a shell.
So his soul, basically.
Yeah, I think his soul is in the ring.
I mean that feels that's very that would fit in Green Lantern lore. That would feel like that's something you would see in Green Lantern lore.
Swampy Head 17. I bring welcome to the center. I'm almost certain that you have never been here before because I would have remembered that name. Just FYI, Joe Mullen is the only Lantern to my knowledge whose new ring does not require a charge. Hal and Jarn in recent stories have so much willpower they do not need. Kyle Rayner was the first one that did not require a charge.
Well, it's interesting you say that too, because like when I was a kid, like first because I really got into like the characters like Flash and Green Lantern, like outside of like straight Justice League comics. I was reading those kind of more, like in like late '90s when I was a kid, and so that was when like Wally was a Flash and Kyle was a Green Lantern. And one of the the Green Lantern stories I remember reading at that time, it was you probably pinpoint this one, William. It's where he fights this villain called Finality, and she was like from an alien race. That I guess was kind of like John Stewart had like taken, he'd had to like fight her or her people on her planet. That pissed her off. So now she's on this mission to wipe out the Green Lantern Corps, and she steals Kyle's battery and takes it off to this other planet, and he has to go chase after it. And then at one point, like his ring dies because it hasn't charged enough. So, and I've read that in a really long time, so I forget like how that wrapped up. But do you know what I'm talking about?
Vaguely. To answer that question, the Kyle Rayner's original ring back when he got it in Green Lantern 48, actually 40, no, he got it at the end of 49, 50. It did not require the same charge. It also did not have the yellow impurity as well. And the reason why is, they tell you now with Jeff Johns, but they never really told you why. Ganthet never really tells him why. But his ring no longer required that type of charge. It did eventually require a charge. He would still have to charge it at some point, but it did not have the same time limitations that the Green Lantern Corps did prior to the power battery being blown up. And then the yellow impurity no longer affected him. You find that out immediately. So he was the first one that I know of that did not, whose rule. But at that time, when Kyle Rayner became Green Lantern, he was the one and only in the very last Green Lantern. So.
And then he went on. He became the character. He became Ion. He was when they brought Hal back.
Which I thought was fucking stupid. Yeah, that was the clip from the.
They play that at the end of every HBO Max DC show. They say, okay, here's what next week on Lanterns or Peacemaker or Creature Commandos.
I'm going to put spoiler alert, but if you're watching a watch along party, you're literally watching it spoil it in real time. So,
well, I'm going to show out for a couple hours, so.
But I still want to be, I want to be courteous to people. But if you're watching a watch party, we're kind of like literally shitting on it.
That implies watch along with us.
Yeah, but there's some people I don't want to fuck this up. If you truly have not watched it yet and you're watching the show, I would suggest stop watching. I know we need, we want viewers and all, but we're about to fuck the show up. Let's see. That's what they wanted to. Yeah, and I hope that this gives a lot of people more context about the character now that they've actually seen him in real, in the actual show, because there's a lot of people that just couldn't get their Hal Jordan out of their head in order to open themselves up to the version that this show was going to give us. And now that you've seen him talk, you've seen his attitude, you see where he is in his career. It fits. It fits.
Well, I never had a problem like older Hal Jordan. That was never a thing for me. Yes.
I trust these people because they won Emmys where the other people complained before the show came on. Yeah, and that's just what fans do, to be honest with you. And I really hope that this gets better. And this is coming from a comic book geek. I'm literally surrounded by them as we speak. This is a TV show. It's not a comic. Yes, it is inspired by the comic in the periphery because every Tom, Dick, and Harry, whether they've ever picked up a comic book, knows these characters. They know the inspirations. They've seen these characters. Many people have seen these characters on formats that are not comic books. I know. I got a guy that I gave a ring today. By the way, I got to show you guys the rings. I gave a ring today. He has never picked up a comic book with Jon Stewart in it, but he knew everything about it because he watched the fucking cartoon. So we have to respect where the current format that you are watching it on. We are not reading a comic book when we are watching the HBO Max show. We are watching an HBO Max show. When I'm reading a comic book, I'm reading a comic book. Everything is it's different. It's different. And so I thought from day one, minute one, this has been the one thing that the DCU has handled perfectly. All the other shit, ugh. And I'll say this outright, and this will only be one episode. It's the best thing that they've done in the brief time that they've been in power.
Well, I mean, they could use a little bit of press now because, I mean, seeing the last week of like Supergirl stuff and like projects getting canceled. So it's like, yeah, it could use some, good,
yeah, but see, here's the thing.
Good wave of positivity.
That bad press doesn't affect Johnny Average, though. That affects us. We know about that because we knew. But the average Joe that watches HBO Max is they're not in the weeds with us. We're the forgotten ones out there, digging. But
yeah, exactly. I had no idea what was canceled or even it was going to be happening. I barely know because I listened to the show.
Yeah, the vast majority of people who will lay their eyes on Lanterns Night are not going to know about any of this shit. They're not going to care about they're not going to care about none of this shit. They just know HBO, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. They know something good is supposed to be there. It better fucking be there. And tonight, I think they met the standard. They did what they needed to do. They didn't meet the comic book guy standard. They didn't need to fucking meet my standard. They met the HBO Max and HBO standard first and foremost. And if you do that, there's no way you're not going to reach me. There's no way you're not going to reach me. So I hope that people, even if they lie and say they're going to boycott and go, I just don't think able to. You don't have to proclaim it. You don't have to get on Twitter, say anything. Just fucking enjoy the show. I thought it was a very enjoyable version. And you're right. The people who are handling this, not only the people who are writing it and producing it and directing it, but the people who handle HBO's projects know what the fuck they are doing. They really do. So, but I guess they gotta. I guess there's thicker skulls out there that just need to have this driven through. But at some point, the bottom line is this: you're either gonna watch it and enjoy it, or you're not. It's really, you really nothing. No one can do for you on that one. Love this episode. I think in some way, shape, or form.
Well, he's not dead.
I just don't know how.
He's not. He's not dead in the sense that you're not clear. I mean, you're going to see more of him. So he's in, and comic book death. I mean, that entails like, okay, that you die. I mean, people comic. Now I don't know if he's. I don't expect like I'm going to go on a limb and say it's like I don't think Hal is like going to like properly be resurrected. Like
no, I don't think he's going to be a major part of the show living. I think most of his stuff is going to be.
That's what I mean. He's not going to have like a death and return story like most characters have.
No,
on the show.
And I also want to know what he did because he said he broke his oath, and he said they're going to send an army after you. Now, Laura Linney is one of the elder. Her role in this is very significant because she's the founder. She's one of the founders of the Guardians. Before the Guardians created the Clearing Lantern Corps, they were the ones that created the Manhunters. The Manhunters were their mistake. And the Manhunters were hunted down, and depending on what continuity, pre-crisis or whatever, I think it was post-crisis for them, because they think most of their stuff were hunted down and wiped out because they went rogue and they were robots. The Lanterns were shape-shifting robots that developed sentience, and they started, coming to the decision, well, what the Guardians want us to do and what we think is right or wrong are two different things. And they started doing some bad. So, and I think they got wiped out, and that's what the vengeance is. But they'll probably tie that to something else. Sector 666, if you guys want to Google that, that's a big part of the Manhunters lore. That doesn't mean that they're necessarily going to, carry it over. But so far, I mean, for the fact that we're dealing with the Manhunters, this soon is kind of cool because they are embedded. They are the predecessors of the. My theory is a dead Manhunter Ransom one. Yeah, well, I think they all are because they're kind of connected now. Let's see.
By the way, I want to go and address. There's because we got a few comments on this in the chat. There's news about that Hayden Panettiere, unfortunately, she passed away this evening, and it's very unfortunate.
I just saw it too.
Yeah, her brother actually died, about 3 years ago too, and he was only 28. She was about 36. So that's dying that young. I mean, that's heart goes out to their family and friends. So yes, very much rest in peace, Hayden Panettiere.
Maybe Sinestro escaped prison, killed Hal, and stole his ring. That's a possibility. I doubt it, but
you know, it reminded me, by the way, you said that like escaping prison, like the whole thing in the court scene when he points out Hal's a flight risk. It's like, yeah, he's a flight risk, and like, yeah. Well, it's also like, yeah, in the court, what are you gonna do about it if he flies away? So, and I'm gonna like a flight, like,
yeah, because he could literally fly. I got the joke.
But not just that, but also again, what are they going to do about it?
Well, I mean, he's supposed to, I don't know. Welcome back to the Cosmic Wonder. We're 102 details. Yeah, there's probably a lot of details. Like there's a guy, heavy spoilers. There's a couple of guys that don't miss shit, and I'll watch their videos because there's no way that I'm not missing some stuff in context. Even a geek like me, the way they build these shows, sometimes you have to watch them a couple of times, knowing the context of them, because there's definitely going to be some stuff that they're hiding in this show. I remember when people predicted Captain Marvel was trapped in a Soul Stone. That was going to be one of the original ideas if the character had not been bought back under Jim Starlin. But one of the things that Jim Starlin had so much control for some reason is when he left Marvel, he killed those characters and they stayed dead. When he left Marvel, Thanos died, Pip, Gamora, Adam Warlock all died in an Avengers Annual, I think. Number 12 or something like that. They all died at the end of that saga. Drax, all of them died. And they did not come back until he and Ron Lim took over Silver Surfer and Silver Surfer 34. Death brings back Thanos to kill half the universe, and that's where the whole Infinity thing starts. That's who started that. And then you had Kronos, who is the grandfather of the Eternals.
He's a Guardian that goes rogue. In fact, he's actually or Krona, isn't it?
No, I'm talking about Kronos, the Eternal, because Thanos is an Eternal.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Thanos is an Eternal, and Star Fox, all those people, they're all Eternals. And when Thanos was brought back by Death, he brought back everybody around them. He brought back Drax the Destroyer, because if Thanos is going to walk the Earth, then somebody needed to be there to stop him. So he brought him back. Adam Warlock originally was going to come. It was going to be originally Captain Marvel that was caught, but Jim Starlin wanted his death to still mean something, so he's kept him dead, and it ended up being Adam Warlock instead. So that's what happened.
Actually, going off of that and going off of this episode, this kind of goes into like the larger franchise, because what this show's doing, it's like now I'm thinking like even more so. It's like, yeah, that's for Clayface to be like the next project up. That is really, because again, like how does this isn't going to set up Clayface. I mean, it's like you're not going to set up Clayface via Green Lantern. So, and you're talking about like momentum and like how does Clayface add momentum to the overall franchise? And it's like, if you had like like a Flash project or a Green or a character is like kind of more directly linked to Green Lantern, that's like, then you could have, okay, if a movie is up next, then you have the show that leads into it, and that could plant some seeds for that and create some momentum for it. And I just don't see how Clayface is going to be something that would capitalize on Lanterns.
Nah, we don't have anything in between on this level. And plus, there's a prestige that I felt leading up to this show that I just haven't seen in the DCU yet. All right, Hal knows that Evan Sura must have come for you. Yeah, he states as much in that bar when Jon Stewart asked him, "How did you get the ring?" So yeah, he suspects that, because he says Earth, when it comes to Sector 2814, at that time is a backwaters planet. It's not a high attraction to anybody. So why is he there? And then it tells him there's a reason why, if that alien came there, that there were more aliens coming. And that's why he created the hologram. Let's see. So I'm ahead. Love the show. I just don't talk much.
Well, this is the first time. The first time I've seen you in the comments, man. So
you might have been in the chat before.
You don't talk at all, probably. It sounds like until tonight.
I love it that this show requires you to pay. Yes, it definitely does. Requires you to pay attention. Seems like a lot of people who are already reviewing it are calling it boring, and I don't understand it. Listen, everybody's going to have their opinion. But given the rhetoric of some of those opinions, some of, not all, some of those opinions, some people, in my opinion, are easy identifiable as full of shit. And that's fine. It's a free country, free world. You're allowed to be. I just have to tune my ears to filter you out and get to the people who actually are giving the show a shot. And if they don't like it one way or another, you can tell. We're grown-ass men and women. You can tell for the most part when you before a show's even out and all they've seen is crumbs and a shot here, a shot here. You can tell pretty much the people who are generally going to just not connect and never wanted to connect, and that's fine. But if you're going to have a productive conversation, you just got to work harder to find people that are going to. It's just that easy. It's just that hard to. Me personally, I thought that this episode, and I've only got the one episode to go on and in the previews, was as consistent with anything that they put on this channel. That includes True Detective. That includes everything else. There was an intensity there from the moment you saw that in 1996 on the screen all the way up until you see him sitting there in frozen in that park. And then the previews, the things to come, just underscored that for me. So, listen, there's going to be some people who watch it and legitimately find it boring. I know people who find the Blade Runner movies boring. I don't know how, but I got to respect that. But there are, you can tell in your circles leading up to where somebody has their drawers pulled down and their ass aimed at whatever it is, and they're just ready to projectile shit on anybody. You can tell who those people are because you know who those people are and you know them. But aside from those people, I'm looking forward to having conversations with people. Let's see. Of course, people, comic fan and purists hating this episode. Yeah, and I live in both worlds. We review the stuff, we watch the stuff, but I'm a comic guy. That's where I come from. But the rule number one is I'm not watching a comic book. I'm watching a TV show. It's, to me, if you start in that place and realize what has to be done and who's watching this and who this show is not only for, but who is the priority, this is really easy. It's really easy. I wish Kyle was in his prime and would be a Fire Jordan for years to come. I don't think that this is what they want. I really think that they really are building this show around Jon Stewart. That's what I get. All right, it could change. Tomorrow. Yeah, you don't really see or hear about it, Joe. They love Hal Jordan. They can go watch it. It's called Ryan Reynolds. That was not a good Hal Jordan. That I'm sorry, guys. And now we got this show on the air, and it's been coming. And ever since we got the first trailer, I keep hearing and seeing people going into the dumpster, digging out that movie, and trying to revision it like it was a good movie. That movie sucked in 2011, and it is August 16th, 2026. That movie still sucks. But now I'm hearing people like, wow, I wish they could have done as good as that. That movie blew. Okay? That movie sucked. I'm glad Ryan Reynolds went off and skyrocketed into Mint Mobile and everything else that he's doing and Deadpool and all that. I'm glad that movie didn't Howard the Duck people and they had to disappear. Except for
I think he was even in tequila now too.
He's got his own tequila. There you go. And he sold the company. So just because you, for whatever reason, have an issue with 2026 Lanterns doesn't mean 2011 Lanterns is any good.
Now, to offer the counterpoint on that, with everything William said, that's not valid. And I'm not talking about just like the Green Lantern movie. I'm talking about also like the going in with the open mind or the prejudging or not the comic purist in you take over. Well, again, just remember, everybody. Just remember.
Oh, Jesus.
He wrote off a Superman movie because he saw a costume he didn't like.
Since I value your guys' time,
he wrote off a Superman movie because of the costume he didn't like.
We're going to stay on focus. Feels like a lot of people online. There's where, okay, Swampy, there's where the problem is right there. There's where you can pretty much, without even reading the rest, this is where most of the festering happens online. That's where it happens. That's where the fungus grows. A lot of people online are just anti-art and things, and everything needs to be one-to-one. They act like whenever it's in another medium physically. Yeah, and it's like I said at the beginning of the show, respect the medium that you're watching. When you're watching a TV show, it's a TV show. Regardless of what inspires it, it is still being presented to the majority of the people who will watch this for the very first time and experience these characters in this depth. They know who the Green Lantern is, but they've never really sat down and said, I think I'm going to dive into this. And that's going to be the vast majority of us. There are going to be people like you, me, people on the screen, people who walk through that door. But the vast majority of people are tuning in to watch an HBO Max show. And I think they did an excellent job in this episode. Like I said, the next 7 episodes could suck. Who knows? Don't think it's going to happen. But I think this looks like they nailed that balance for me. That's just how I feel. But everybody's going to have a different opinion. Let's see. Yeah, the vast majority of people are HBO people. They're going to watch it. I think HBO, and I don't think they necessarily ignore people who have criticism, because you could have legit criticism. But I think that they know where their audience is, to the point where they're going to be like, I think we're going to stick with these guys. These guys, they know us, we know them. No, you can. It just won't be. I don't know. Yeah, it'll be
out
for
this year,
2026.
Yeah,
It's
next year.
Yeah, you have up to New Year's Eve. You have up to New Year's Eve to get an Emmy.
Imagine if they tried that, like just drop the whole show at 11:59 p.m. like go
Like,
Pacific time on New Year. I mean that gets it. That meets that criteria.
That's why Dune. Everybody's Dune's gonna move because the Avengers is gonna. No, they're going to sacrifice some cash, and this is Warner Brothers. They want those Oscars for Dune. They want those Oscars for Dune bad. They're going to start politicking for Dune, regardless to how much money it makes. They politicked for Blade Runner 2049, and it lost them money. They didn't give a fuck. They were sending out emails. Have you seen Blade Runner? Are you a voter? Because that was back in the day, 10 years ago, where they just sent them out to everybody. And then if you were a voter, you could watch, you could watch the thing again. But that movie lost them millions, and they were like, fuck it. This one's going to win. This one's going to win us some Oscars. And it got them 2 Oscars. And then they made their money back after the Oscars because they released it on physical media. So,
make no mistake, palms are being greased right now.
Oh, yeah. You're definitely Dune 3. That's why people like go, well, the Odyssey is the greatest movie of all time. It's going to win. No, it's not. You could be right about the Odyssey. The Odyssey could be the greatest movie since fucking Ben-Hur. Doesn't matter. The Academy doesn't think like we do. The Academy's fucking shady, okay? The Academy is shady. And that's when they're watching the movies. All right? They give consolation prizes and delayed prizes and makeup awards. I always will tell you guys, if you don't believe that's true, go watch Ghost. One of, if not Whoopi Goldberg's worst fucking performance. She walked away with an Oscar for that. Why? Because she didn't get one for The Color Purple. It's the same thing with a lot of these guys. Kate Winslet. Yeah, The Reader was a great movie. But that's not why she got. She got that award because Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, they gave it to Hilary Swank, which I thought was the wrong decision. And so on. Robin Williams, Good Will Hunting? Are you fucking kidding me? Robin Williams is one of the greatest actors of all time. And it had at least 4 or 5 Academy Award winning before that. And you gave it to him for that? So, yeah. So, Dune is, get ready for Dune. Get ready to hate watch on Dune. But then again, it doesn't help. It doesn't hurt the fact that
I'm going to say something controversial. I don't think the Odyssey is going to get anywhere in the Oscars.
I think it's going to win some. I think it's going to get crushed by Dune 3.
It might win some technical achievements.
I don't even think it's going to get that. I think it's going to get, and it's going to piss a lot of people off. This is the way the Oscars do shit.
They'll probably win awards that are in the non broadcast section of the Oscars.
They might get scored. Aaron, here's the thing though. Usually I would say that about a movie because usually it's not matched at every level. But you have Denis Villeneuve and you have Christopher Nolan and you have the people who are doing the scores for these that are already, they're at everywhere that Odyssey could win an award. Dune is going to be nominated and favored for that award. Best actor, Timothée Chalamet. You know, Zendaya, I mean, you from top to bottom, it's almost like Oppenheimer the year Dune 2 was released. Because if Dune 2 releases on the same in the same schedule, the only guarantee there is Robert Downey Jr. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun Eternals means in terms of DC new guy.
Well, Timothée Chalamet was nominated last year, and everybody thought that he would have won.
I don't know why, because that movie was not good, and I think he was okay in it. But if you put that up against the performances like that he should have won for, I don't think Marty Supreme was even. I thought that was a bad movie, and I actually watched it.
I reckon next Oscars is probably going to be his year.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Denny, all of those guys. I think it's just going to be one of those.
As you said, William, the Oscars have worked themselves to becoming irrelevant.
Pretty
with
much.
The movies for best movies and everything. I've never even seen or even heard of the movies they usually nominate.
Let's see. Thank you, big Green Lantern Stan. I got you. I'm just a Jon Stewart fan. But some of these people acting like they know this stuff when all they ever do is talk about characters, Batman and Superman. Well, even if you knew everything about Jon Stewart, that doesn't necessarily mean that they are obligated to turn over and make that exact interpretation. So, and years after Deadpool 2, Ryan Reynolds finally did a watch along.
I know he's talking about there. I don't think he said he liked it, but he just said he didn't hate it.
Paul Atreides is the fastest in Dune 3. Oh yeah, he's a piece of shit in Dune 3 if everything goes right. If everything goes the way it's supposed to go, then yeah,
everything goes wrong.
This is not pretty. Yeah, this is not pretty. The Academy may not to reward a film like that. Oh no. They're already inking in their stuff, dude. These guys don't play fair. These guys don't play fair. That would be an Oscar award winning movie right there and then if the Oscars actually awarded Oscars to the best movie of the year.
The Oscars changed when Harvey Weinstein got into politics and getting his film Shakespeare in Love to win all these Oscars and stuff.
Yeah, and that was that Private Ryan was what I couldn't believe that.
The thing is, everybody thought that Saving Private Ryan was going to clear the floor, and next minute Shakespeare in Love kept winning all these awards, and they thought, what the hell's going on? And they realized that Harvey Weinstein was getting his fingers in the pie, and pretty much giving out money and everything to try and get his movie to get all these
awards. It wasn't the only thing he was getting into.
All right, guys. Well, that has been.
And by the way, real quick, you kind of adding on to that because there's a story James Cameron shares. I know somebody's going to clip that too when he's saying about Weinstein. It's like, well, I mean, he's a piece of shit. That's what he's doing. But what was it? Yeah. So there's Cameron made this comment one time where it was either after Titanic or Avatar, and he was, at the Oscars, he just won, an Oscar, and he's backstage, and he and Weinstein get like into a verbal altercation, and Cameron's got a reputation for having a bad temper, and so he said he like really wanted to like clock Weinstein over the head with his Oscar, but he held himself back, and then he jokes, says, "I bet you guys wish I went through that one."
Well, I mean, he ruined. I mean, Kate Winslet stood up to him. I know what's her face from Charmed was one of the first people.
Shannon Elizabeth, she talked about that recently, where she said she had like.
Wow, I don't want to turn this into a Weinstein conversation. Sorry. All right, guys. Thank you guys.
I make the conversation go bad.
Yeah, thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for watching this initial. I'm gonna fix it's not even a fix. It's just something I didn't set up properly. So next week we won't have to wait so late. We can stream with the people because I had a lot of fun. In fact, if you check our social media stuff, you'll see we were handing out rings tonight. It was fun. People had fun. So we're gonna kind of merge those environments next Sunday so that we can all be having fun together.
That's what I thought you were going to be at tonight.
That's what I was trying to do, but I couldn't get it. I couldn't get it set up the way I wanted to where because I didn't bring both. I have 2 laptops, but next week I'm just going to bring both laptops. I usually keep one at the house as a backup, but for the Sundays that I'll be available for this, I'm going to bring a laptop that is exclusively because it's on 2 different internets, so that I'm not fucking up things. So I want to be able to do that next week. So, but hey, we still had some fun. People showed up, had fun tonight, gave out rings. For those of you who showed up and got a ring, thank you. I'll probably have a different design next week, so keep an eye out for that one. And I'm going to go ahead and watch a bunch of videos about this show for people who are way smarter than I am, that picked out and got things, that saw things that
have already gone frame by frame, minute by minute.
Yep. So, all right. All right, guys. Happy Lantern Debut Day. And that will be I'm not going to do a weekend wrap-up show because I'm going to be here for a while getting some stuff done. But for the next 7 weeks after this until October 4th, this will pretty much take the place
Be the Sunday show
of the Sunday show. And then after October 4th, we'll go back to that. All right. Like, subscribe, share. And I will see you guys. I don't think this is going to work.
And Landra.
Landra.
Okay, nobody knows what that means.